Hi guys, I'm here with another video, and for this video I asked you guys to ask me some questions on Instagram. So for those who asked me, thank you. I'll be answering them. Okay, so somebody asked me, what advice do you have for making reels and getting your photos to look so good? Thank you. So I would say reels is the hardest for me personally, and I actually was not making reels for some time. And for a while it was kind of just awkward. I don't know, it just felt kind of awkward for me to make reels, and I'm one to never force myself to make anything. So if I'm not feeling like taking photos, or the ideas are flowing to you and other times they're not. And in those times when they're not flowing to me, I don't like to force myself, because the more you force yourself, the harder it is, and it's just not, you're not going to end up liking it, and you're going to put so much time into it and it just doesn't work out. If I make a reel, it's usually because I was listening to that song for the whole week, or that song was just stuck in my head for the whole week, and then I had an idea, and it was kind of based on the songs. Usually, if I make like a TikTok or a reel, it's just because I was listening to that song and it was just stuck in my head, and I was able to kind of make something in my head like that, and then I just put it out there into a video. So for example, I did this like chains around heaven. It was inspired by the song by Black and Blue, and I did a whole photo shoot also inspired by the song, but it was because I was listening to that song for like ages, and I was like, let me make a video with like the chains and stuff. So that's kind of an example for that. I also don't like to give too much away, so I kind of just like editing my videos a certain way where it's just like clips and like, I don't know, I feel like that way it's more eye-catching. And for photos, I'd say it's kind of the same thing as like making like a mood board, I guess, for it, and then I just kind of base on that idea. I also use a camera, which is my friend's. I always borrow my friend's camera to take pictures. To do with my phone, so you could use, I mean, you could do photos on your phone. I've been doing photo shoots on my phone for like a long time, and that's how I started off. I would say the main thing is like getting the lighting right. Try to do everything on camera. So if I want a certain lighting, I'll try to make sure I get it with like multiple lights and stuff. And somebody asked me, what is photo shoot process like? So the photo shoot process for me is a lot. It's just my hobby. And I'm glad that I could do that, and have people enjoy that content and support me in any way just by liking it, or commenting or anything like that. Usually I start by doing my hair, and then I'll do my makeup, and then after I'm done with my makeup, I'll set up everything, which includes like my backdrop stand and then all my lighting, and then I like kind of set everything up. If there needs to be like any props, I will set them up, and then I choose an outfit, and then I start shooting. So the whole process takes me a long time. That's why I usually like to take pictures at night. So I start usually like at 7 doing my makeup and my hair, and then that will go on until 4 a.m. Favorite concert you've been to? Seeing Tom Kiefer and LA Guns in LA with my best friend Creature, because that was our first concert together. I think first and only concert. No, we saw Lita Ford too. That one went to. Yeah, I would say Tom Kiefer and LA Guns was my most memorable, and it was such a great time. Honestly, like I feel like I time traveled when I went to see them. It was just like a really weird experience, and like I can never explain that to anybody, that feeling of when I first got to meet Creature, and like we did a bunch of things, like went around the Sunset Strip for the first time together. That experience was just insane, because I also made so many friendships during that time. The most weirdest experience, and I felt like that was truly when I time traveled. Like I will tell everybody, I'm like, no, like we were in the 80s during that time, because even the second time that we went to LA, it wasn't the same. Like it was nothing compared to the first time that we went, and just like the whole concert experience was insane too. So I would say that's the most memorable. And then I think another memorable moment, of course, was when I went to see Slash, and I actually got the chance to meet him. That's insane. I always still forget that I met him, because I didn't get to take a picture, and like it was just a moment where I was so starstruck that like my brain doesn't want to comprehend it. And of course anytime I sing Guns N' Roses too, so there's just a lot to talk about there. Dream collaboration. Dream collaboration? Celsius. Yeah, if Celsius wants to sponsor me, if Diet Coke wants to sponsor me, that would be my dream collaboration. So, yeah. Like, just imagine me doing like a pinup post or something. What 80s bands do you recommend? Wildside is one of my biggest bands that I love right now, and I have for a while. Somebody asked me if you had 1 week to spend in LA in 1988 and you had 1 million, what would you do? So the first thing I would do is run to the Sunset Strip and run to the Rainbow and try to find Slash at his table. And so pick up Slash from the Rainbow, be on stage with Guns N' Roses, like front and center. I would want to watch every single show they did in 1988, okay? And I would get my dream car and go pick up like all the hot rock stars. Pick up Tom Kiefer, pick up pick up Axel, pick up Blackie Lawless. Yes, I would have a great time and party. That's what I would do. And I would be front and center at the Guns N' Roses shows. One of your favorite Wasp songs? Okay, this one's really hard because I love Wasp. Aside from Guns N' Roses, I would say like my second favorite band is Wasp. Their debut is great. It has like all the classics like Wild Child, Fuck Like a Beast. My favorite is The Flame, Love Machine. I love Machine. So all the classics on there. I would definitely say Cries in the Night because that was like originally Mr. Cool. Hold On to My Heart, my favorite ballad, and one of my favorite ballads. I'm Alive, which a lot of people I feel like overlook inside the Electric Circus, but I actually really love that album. I love that song, Harder Faster. Forever Free, of course. The Idol, the song The Idol. So that was all the questions. Thank you for joining this Q&A session, and let me know if there's any other videos that you would like to see from me, and if you would like any more like sit down ramble videos from me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. XOXO!